Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There have been more reported deaths and adverse reactions following mRNA vaccination in 18 months than there has been to every conventional vaccine administered worldwide for the last 50 years. And given that mRNA vaccines are not recommended for pregnant women or those who are breastfeeding, would my right honourable friend overturn the Big Pharma-funded MHRA's recent recommendation that these experimental vaccines are administered to children as young as 6 months of age?
Well, Mr. Speaker, let me first say that I believe COVID vaccines are indeed safe and effective. And no vaccine, COVID or otherwise, will be approved unless it meets the UK regulator's standards of safety, quality and effectiveness. We have an independent body. The JCVI determines which age groups the vaccine is recommended for use in as part of the vaccination programme. And, of course, the ultimate decision will lie with parents.
Kevin Bladden. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. During COVID, we all applauded our NHS nurses who put their lives on the line to help millions of our constituents and our loved ones. But we now know that at the same time, Tory SPIVS were helping themselves, using their connections and COVID to help themselves to millions of pounds of public money. Why is the Prime Minister on the side of the SPIVS and not on the side of the nurses?
Mr. Speaker, what everyone was doing at the time was working as hard and as quickly as they could to get the PPE, to get the PPE needed for our frontline workers, including our nurses. Actually, there was an independent procurement process. Ministers were not involved in the decision-making, but it was right, Mr. Speaker, that people gave their ideas about where to get them from. Indeed, the Shadow Chancellor herself suggested that we should get PPE from a law firm. She suggested we should get ventilators from a football agent. Everyone was trying as hard as they can. We should remember the context and stop playing politics.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Audit Wales has confirmed that the Welsh Labour Government responded well and got on with the job of delivering value for taxpayers' money. Can the Prime Minister tell the House what first attracted him to awarding £1 billion of COVID contracts to Tory donors and supporters, and what is he doing to claw taxpayers' money back?
Again, Mr. Speaker, we delivered 32 billion pieces of PPE to the front line at a time when there was a global shortage. As I've already said, everyone tried to do their bit. We heard recommendations from the Shadow Chancellor, but it was right that hers and everyone else's suggestions went through an independent process where ministers were not involved in the decisions.